Well, graduation day is such an exciting time. We're celebrating achievements, and what better time to change our floral department up than now. So let's start. We will need a couple of quad balloons. The first set of quad balloons are going to be with 11-inch balloons, and these are going to be filled up with 20 pumps. If you're not sure how to do a quad balloon, let me show you. The second set of quad balloons is going to be filled up with 10 pumps. This is called a duplet, and you'll need 2 duplets to create a quad. And what you'll need to do is get a hand pump and take your 11-inch balloon, and you just want to give this 10 pumps, and a pump is just 1 stroke. So let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll hold it with these 2 fingers just so I don't have to tie them twice. And repeat that process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll just take the 2 balloons, kind of stretch the necks, wrap it twice, and tie it once. And then I will take the 2 duplets and cross them together, and the tension of the balloons will just hold them together like this. So we'll just put these 2 on top of each other. And we can take these balloons and just tie them to each other if we want to. That seems to be the new way of doing things. So you can do that by just tying the 2 ends of the balloons together. Makes it nice and secure. Now anytime we have balloons sitting on the floor, it's always a good idea to put tape on there. So let's put a little line of tape on the feet, just for security reasons. Not only keeps them clean, but it also keeps them from popping possibly. And then just get a weight. You can tie a little spare Q260 in there and wrap that up. So that he is nice and safe. Okay, so we're weighted and we're ready to decorate this. So how we're going to decorate is I'm going to create a series of these cute little bubbles, and we're going to need 3 or 4 of these, and let me show you how we make these. Quite simply, we grab our little pump, and we're going to need about 21 balloons, and we're just going to need 1 pump, about a half a pump, various sizes. So we'll just need to kind of make them kind of small. Again, I'm going to hold this balloon with my 2 fingers, and we need various colors, and we want these in bunches of 3 or 4. So less than a pump. Wrap them twice, tie it once. We're going to start with duplets. Once you have a duplet, you can put a 3rd one in there. Tie that in. You can even put a 4th one in. And then I'll just make a 3 on this one. 1, 2, tie him in with this one. And then the more you do these balloon arts, the more you'll find that you're going to have pieces of spare 260s just lying around. And so save those, because they'll be instrumental for all of these balloon artworks that you're going to be doing. So you'll just take a piece of this and wrap it with a figure 8 around one of these pieces. And then take the other end and just hold it with the inflation valve of this, sorry. And then just do a figure 8 around this one as well. So that what you end up with are two pieces like this. Okay, so you'll have a series of those together, and now we're going to create a couple of these. So what we need for those are Q260s, and we'll also need a pole. Now the trick with these curly Qs is it's very important to pre-inflate them first. They have to be stretched out. And a rose cutter handle works quite well, but you need something cylindrical. You could also use, I suppose, a broom. But I've went ahead of time and I've gotten a 260 balloon and I tied it around here pretty tight, and that just acts to hold the tip of my balloon. And now I'm just going to wrap this pre-inflated balloon around this pole. And I'm going to make sure that there's no, it's just nice and flat. So I'll just take my pump, and when I pump him up, he's just going to assume the shape of this pole, pretty much. So you just keep going until he pops out. And at this point, you just want to take end to end and just tie these two together. Like this. And we're doing two different colors. So I'll show you again. Just make sure that it's nice and flat against that pole. That's the trick. And of course the pre-inflation, super important. And now you just fill it up and tie the two ends together. And now you'll want to tie these two together. Now we'll want to take another spare 260 and tie him. We'll want to lose the mechanics, the end of it, so that you don't have anything sticking out. And I'll take this other one that I made earlier and tie this to this. I'm just going to lose this end piece here, so that you can see I have a little stretchy, oops, piece here. I think for safety's sake, we'll just want to tie that twice. If you don't have the lip of the balloon on there, it does slip off. So let's make sure that if we don't have the end of that balloon on there, that those are tied twice. We don't want these coming off. All right, so that's nice and safe. All right, so at this point, we'll want to take our set of quads and put this around here, and just take all these guys, bring them around, and just decorate. It's quite stretchy. When I'm looking at it, but for your sake I'm doing it this way. You're going to have to peek. It's art. That's pretty good. Okay, so this is a wonderful base. Now we're going to want to move on to phase 2. Phase 2 is going to take a Cubez With the cubes, we will want to take what we call the hang tags. The hang tags come in strips, and we'll just take a strip off. And at the cubes, you've got a little apex or a tip. So I want the hole of the hang tag to go right pretty much at the middle of that. So I'm going to run this at the seam so that the hole is right in the middle. And then I've got ahead of time, and I've inflated a pair of coordinating 18-inch Mylar balloons, and I'm going to run the string through that hole and just tie this in a knot. You wouldn't want to lose them. And then I'm going to cover the mechanics with a small quad, and these have been filled up with 1 pump each. And this will just go right around the base, and I'm just going to lock them into place. And then I'm going to put that in the middle, and to do that, all I need is yet another piece, a spare Q260, and I'm just going to roll this up and tie it. 1 tie will do. And then he's just going to sit right straight in the middle. And there we have it, folks. One beautiful piece. I'll show you a picture later. All right, happy graduation. This is a wonderful way to celebrate it, and 2 or 3 of these in your department at all times would sure make a difference. Thanks again for joining us today, and I will see you next time.